Hello everyone, this is Technical JK. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. And today in this video we will be doing a full in-depth review of Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. And I have been using this device for almost 3 to 4 months, but it's been a while since this device has been launched in India, and I think now this is the right time to make a long-term review. So if you want to see unboxing of this video, I've already done that. I will leave a link in the description box and also iCard over here. If you want to check out the unboxing experience, please go and watch that video. So talking about a quick specs overview, so it comes with 8 to 12 GB of RAM, and it's good to see that the base variant also comes with 128 GB internal storage option, so that's a pretty nice thing, and every other specs is on your screen for your reference. So I have divided this video into two sections: the things that I like about the smartphone and the other is the things that I don't like about the smartphone. So first I will talk about the things that I really like about the smartphone, and the first thing is the in-hand feel. That is the weight distribution of this smartphone, and it's been done phenomenally well because smartphones are with us for a longer period of time, and it's good to see that the weight balance is perfectly fine, and you will hardly notice that this is a huge phone. That is, it's a 6.4-inch screen phone, and the in-hand feel is very much premium, and it also has this front and back glass design, and the edges are also curved, so it feels very good in your hand and fits in the hand very nicely. And now talking about the screen, that is, it comes with this 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, and it is one of the best display you can get on a smartphone. It can go as bright as 1200 nits. So what does it mean? That you can use this smartphone in outdoor lighting condition, that is in direct sunlight, and you will not notice any difference in the visibility, and you can use it easily in outdoor conditions. And now talking about the storage option, as I mentioned, it comes with this 128 GB base storage variant, and that is phenomenally well. And out of that 128 GB, you will get around 115 to 112 GB of internal space available, and it also comes with a micro SD card support. There will be no need to install a micro SD card as of now because it already comes with 112 GB of internal storage. But it's good to see that a flagship smartphone also comes with a micro SD card support, so that's a very good touch to have. So one of the main things that I like about this smartphone is the stereo speakers. Yes, it does have stereo speakers in it, and they are very good quality stereo speaker, and they can go pretty loud. You will not need to insert your headphones in even outdoor conditions. And the great thing about this stereo speaker is that the front earpiece, that is the calling earpiece, also becomes a speaker while you watch videos and listen to music, so that's a great touch to the stereo speakers. And now talking about the speaker, so it also supports headphone jack. Yes, in 2019 and 2020 this phone also supports a headphone jack, and I'm glad that Samsung didn't remove the headphone jack from this smartphone, because your old pairs of good headphones will still fit in this very perfectly. It also has a Dolby Atmos support. You can enable it while listening to music or watching videos, so that is also a good touch to the headphone jack. So now talking about the call quality, I use this phone with Jio and Airtel here in Mumbai, and it worked pretty amazing every time, and I hardly noticed any call drops. So the network reception is very good, and if you take a lot of calls during your days, then this smartphone will keep up with your daily calls. And a surprising part is that when you use speaker to talk to someone while calling, so the front earpiece also becomes a speaker during that also, so that is a nice touch, and it becomes pretty loud, so it's also a very good thing to have in a smartphone. And now talking about the UI, that is the software part. Always the Samsung software have been like some buggy and here and there, but this time this comes with the one UI, and I hardly notice any crash reports or app crashes, so that is also a very good thing to have in a smartphone, and coming from a Samsung, it's very reliable. There were some issues with the fingerprint as it has this ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. I'll talk that in the later part of the video. But now with the One UI 2.0 update, it has become very much crash free and bug free, and it's very smooth. In the response is also very much good with the apps and the multitasking. And now talking about the RAM management, that is the most important part because you will be using lots of app on this smartphone. The RAM management is done very good on this smartphone. As you can see, I have almost all the apps running right now, and still the phone is very much responsive and fast. So the RAM management is pretty amazing. I will give a thumbs up for the RAM management. And now it also has a good feature that the Samsung introduced from this smartphone, that is the reverse charging option. You can charge your another smartphone which supports wireless charging, or you can also charge your earbuds or Samsung earbuds or Apple earbuds with this reverse charging option. I don't know how much it will be useful, but it's good to see that it's there. And now talking about the battery life, it comes with this 4100 milliamp hour battery, and I thought that it will run like for 1.5 to 2 days with this massive battery, but I have to say it's giving above average performance. Not that great also, but it does the job. Like if I charge in the morning, I leave the house at 7:30. I have to charge like at around 7:38. You will not be able to use this smartphone for 2 days. You will definitely have to charge every day, and yes, that is a little bit downside. It's not a big deal breaker, but yeah, the battery performance is above average. And now talking about the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner which Samsung introduced from this year. And first when it came to me, I was a little skeptical about it, but over the days I have got used to it, and now it unlocks almost 99% of the time. I have to sometimes move my finger up and there, but it unlocks. As you can see, it unlocks almost every time now. Before the One UI 2.0 update, there were some issues with the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner, but now it's great. And I have to say, this is one of the most reliable fingerprint scanner you will get in the market. And now talking about the cameras, so this phone has the very much practical camera setup in my opinion, because the first, that is the main camera, is a 12 megapixel camera. The second camera is a telephoto lens, that is the 2x zoom camera, that is also 12 megapixel camera. It also has a third camera, that is a wide angle camera, and that is a 16 megapixel camera. And the performance of the ultra wide camera is pretty great on this smartphone. I have to say, I love the quality it gives on the ultra wide camera. And if you shoot lot of videos or if you shoot lot of photos, then this smartphone will be a perfect match for you. And now talking about the front camera, it comes with this dual front camera setup, that is a punch hole camera. This is a Samsung's new introduction to the smartphone industry. The first camera is the depth sensor, and the second camera is the main camera which is used to click photos. And the quality is okay, like not that great. It cannot compete with its competitor like Pixel or iPhone, but it does the job, and you can get this good bokeh effect in your photos, in your selfies. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. And a great quality about this smartphone is the audio pickup during the video recording that you do on the smartphone. So audio pickup is very good, and the microphone placement has been done phenomenally well, and you will hardly be needing a microphone to record videos. So that's also a good quality. So that sums up for the thing that I like about this smartphone. Now let's move on to the things that I don't like about this smartphone, that is the cons of this smartphone. And this is not a con, but it's my opinion, that the punch hole camera. So while looking at the punch hole camera for the first time, you will see that it's pretty amazing. You get a display over it and also below it, but over the time you will notice sometimes that while watching videos or while going through your content, you will notice that the punch hole camera is blocking your view. But using this smartphone for 2 to 3 months now, I have got used to it, and now I hardly notice that there is a punch hole camera. So this is my opinion. It will not matter to you if it's okay to you. The other thing which I don't like is that Samsung has included a fast charger with this one, that is a 15-watt fast charger, but when you compare it with the competitors which are giving now 25-watt, 30-watt, even 40-watt fast charging, the 15-watt stands nowhere. So it's not like that Samsung doesn't have. Samsung does have a 25-watt fast charger with that it supplies with other smartphone. I don't know why it doesn't supply with the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. So that is a downside. It charges this smartphone very quickly, like in around 1.5 hours you will get a full charge on this smartphone with that 15-watt charger. And the another thing which I don't like about this smartphone is the Bixby button. Yes, it does have a physical Bixby button on the left hand side, and yeah, it sometimes comes in the way of the volume rockers. Like when you want to increase or decrease the volume, this comes in the way and you accidentally press this instead of the volume buttons. And you can customize this Bixby button into another things, like to open an app or to do another functions, but the Bixby thing will keep annoying you. And if you long press this Bixby button, it will still open the Bixby voice assistant and not your voice assistant that you want to open, like Google Assistant, because I like Google Assistant more than the Bixby, but you cannot customize that. So Samsung can fix this through a software update, but I don't know when they will. So these were the things that I don't like about the smartphone. So talking about the overall quality of the smartphone, overall quality is phenomenally well, and if you want to play games on this smartphone, you can pretty well play that. The price that it was launched was 74,000, but now the price has been reduced. I will leave a link in the description box for you guys to check out. So thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and for more such videos subscribe to the channel JK Technical, and I will catch you in the next video.